Alright, welcome back to another game. This is another Guess the ELO video. I just spectated another game on Gold Rush that was gonna be Guess the ELO, but it was just too short to actually upload because one of the people resigned after losing one villager. So they must have been on some sort of losing streak because it really wasn't that much of a disadvantage. Like, even after losing the villager, they were still on even villager numbers, and Red was just, like, a few seconds ahead in villager production, but the blue player just wasn't having it, I guess. So now we're here, because I really want a Gold Rush game. So we have raindrops, very, very cool spelling and capitalization up here, as you can see. Playing as the Italians in the red. And then we have Alv, short and simple, playing as the Magyars in gray, which is not a color you see very often in 1v1s. Most people just stick with the original colors of blue and red. Alright, so pretty solid start. I did see right at the very start, Gray did have a bit of trouble with the houses. Like, it wasn't, 100% efficient, but that happens. Red's already pushing deer and taking them. Of course, it wasn't the best because it's not under the TC. But I mean, that's pretty cool, but Red is also chopping straggler trees. So, I'm not sure. Red's doing a pretty... Okay. Yeah, so I think what's going on here is that Red's, like, been watching videos from, like, higher ELO players or something, and has just decided that, pushing deer is a good thing, which, it is. You're never gonna suffer from pushing deer, but I don't know if this is the best way to do it. You probably want them closer to your TC. You also don't want to be chopping straggler trees. I mean, they're pretty close to the TC. I don't... Okay, well that is just the worst one out of all three. Very odd. And, okay, Gray's also pushing deer, so, this may be at the point where pushing deer is new, but Gray did it pretty well, and also while luring a boar, so I'm not too sure. This could be above 1,000, but, I mean, I'm not even sure how 900 ELO players play now. I've mostly just seen, like, 800 ELO games lately. And then the 2000 ELO game on migration. Red's just now taking a boar. And this is... Okay. This is why I get the feeling that it's not above 1,000. Because of Red here. I don't know. Red's... I mean, yeah, it's not even under the TC. It's at least closer than the deer, though. And Gray's doing really well over here. Gray's pushing everything under the TC. So, because of Gray, I want to say it's above 1,000, and because of Red, I want to say it's under, like, 900s. So it could be right at 1,000, maybe. And Gray's just had more experience. Maybe Gray has a lot more games, possibly. And look at that garrison. Not under the TC this time, but I do respect garrisoning the villagers. That's something you usually start to see around my ELO. And I honestly feel like I may overuse it. I may garrison and ungarrison my villagers too much. Which, like, you would see what I was talking about if you watched my gameplay videos. Which I've started posting. So I guess a little advertising for my videos there. But, yeah. So Red's clicked up, blue, I mean, yeah, not blue. Gray here has been able to click up for quite a while now, and has just been letting it sit there. And also hasn't been producing villagers, where it's almost a minute of idle TC time. And clicks up right before the minute. So red's about halfway up already, as gray clicks up, which isn't great. So gray's got a really good Dark Age here, but I guess must just not notice when he can click up. And that may be what puts gray at the ELO of red. Red, with a slightly less clean Dark Age, still manages to get up quicker because red notices when they have 500 food. But, I mean, that being said, red does also have half a minute of idle time, so I don't know where that came in. It's like we're high enough to see deer pushing, but also low enough to where both people have quite a bit of idle time already. And gray tried to chase down red's scout there, but red gets away because of the feudal age tech coming in. And red's gonna go scouts. Not usually what you would see with the Italians, since they're mostly an archer civ. And yeah, Magyars, you either really go scouts or archers. And scouts are usually the better play, because you can switch into their cavalry. And it's really good because they get the attack upgrades for free, which is what Gray's going to be utilizing here. And their scouts are also cheaper, so just a bunch of food savings with the Magyars. But no eco bonus, which is why a lot of people don't like the Magyars. Personally, I don't mind them. They were my favorite civ for quite a while, until I discovered other archer civs. Now, once again, interesting stuff from red. Walking the stone back to the TC. Already on stone, first of all. Like, that's weird in itself. I don't know if red's gonna pair Tower Rush with this Scout Rush, or if red is trying to go up quickly while also making scouts. I mean, because of the Italian discount on going up, red can actually go up pretty soon here. So this may be a Scout Rush while also fast castling. Well, it's not really a fast castle, but, you know, you're gonna get up to fast, I mean, you're gonna get up to castle age a lot quicker than your opponent here, who's obviously not expecting this. Such a rush to castle age. It's odd. Yeah, is red's not gonna find a hole here. Hopefully, yeah. Red's gonna have to try and break in, and honestly, gray can just make. Well, you know, if red had been there, that would have been quite dangerous. You know. Okay. I mean, like, I do that as well when my enemy's on my walls, but usually I wait until my villagers are right at the wall ready to build the building. There could have been quite a bad turn of events there. And red clicks up to castle age, so red's going to castle drop gray behind the guys of a scout rush. And gray's done nothing with these scouts. Gray's not really doing great here. So I think gray has a much better economy than military. Gray is definitely an economy-focused player. Neither player is seeming to want the middle yet. Red may make a little bit of a push for it in Castle Age. Now look at what the attack upgrade does, though. It's pretty much an even fight now if Gray takes down that one scout. Alright, yeah, so that's the attack upgrade working there. Gray also got the armor upgrade before that fight, so obviously beat Red, who had no upgrades there. And Red finds no damage with that Scout Rush, but Gray hasn't either. Gray, although, is at a much higher villager count. Although I don't know if that's going to matter when Gray has a castle on their face. Yeah, now what is Gray thinking when he sees that? Is there panic? Is there just simple acknowledgement? Can Gray handle this? Or is Red just gonna go for the center? That would be pretty funny. To do all this just for the center. Oh, but Red's making knights. Now these lines may cause a bit of a problem. Gray is up to castle age. They really are. And Gray, I guess, was kind of looking for something like this since Red got up so quickly. And sees these units walking forward. And Red's just gonna go for the middle here.
Presto.
Red's gonna focus on the stone. Do all of this just to take the middle. Which, I mean, taking the middle isn't bad, but you can wait. Like, you probably want to do some sort of castle drop with getting up this early, and Red might actually lose a villager here. No, okay. The spearmen clear up Gray's scouts, so that villager barely survives. There are actually 2 weak ones there as well. So Red's got knights and is getting pikemen for some reason. Even though Gray hasn't shown signs of really continuing with knights, but is still making scouts, so it's not the worst move. And Gray's just now getting up. Gray manages to take out the pikemen. And that villager still survives. It's on 1 health. Okay, please, Gray. Please at least get that one villager. I need to see this villager dead. He goes for the one that has more health, but he might actually get both. He does. Does he get the third? Oh my god, he got all 3. That guy just lost all of his friends in like 10 seconds. These guys suck at defending their people. Oh. That was odd. Quick pause there from the players. And now what does this villager... Oh, a house. I see. I want to see what this villager does for a bit. Gray's adding a second town center back home. And getting eco upgrades. So Gray's... I really think Gray is more of an eco player here. Because Gray is now making knights when he saw Red has pikemen. And Red is also making Genuine's crossbowmen, which have insane bonus damage versus cavalry. So that's not going to be good. Red is going to move forward to Gray's base. So I think I have to stop following this guy's adventures. But I won't forget about you. Oh. I don't know what that guy's going to go build. But Red's here and doesn't get a villager. Okay. Red is respecting this town center quite a bit. And it was, of course, another house, yes. Yeah, Gray is not going to be able to fight that. What? Gray! No! Come on, you can do more than this. It's not over. Please, Gray. I'm rooting for you. You've got the better civ here. Not really, but I like Magyars a lot. Now, Gray has said GG, but is still not resigning. Gray may go for one last little raid with these 3 knights here, and see how much eco he can kill. He could get 2 villagers here if he's paying attention. No. Okay. Oh, you see the GG was just mind games. Because Gray's putting up archery ranges now, which will actually do something against the pikemen. Now the knights are probably gonna be a bit more of a problem. But see, Gray was just playing some mind games there. Or maybe because Red didn't say it back, Gray is feeling obligated to play on now out of spite, which, you know, isn't the worst thing. I kind of agree. I mean, like, your opponent's gotta have good manners. Come on. I don't know if this is this weird glitch here with the visuals is also happening in the actual game. May just be a capture age thing. Does that villager die? That one does, and this lady seems to be standing right on the edge of the crossbowman's range. So she narrowly escaped death, as did 2 other villagers. This is very odd. It's like the elos seemed to lower as the game's gone on. Like, the start seemed really solid from both players. Red was a little weaker, though. Was a bit sloppier. Wait. Where did these 3 knights go? Gray! What are you doing? These guys have done nothing but get damaged. I don't... Gray must be saving them for, like, some in-game surprise. Oh, wait, no, they're moving. Hold on. And they, once again, get no villagers. And 1 goes down. 2 go down. And the 3rd one goes down as well. Okay. Great job. And I don't know if Red's seen the skirmishers here. But Red's gonna put up a siege workshop. I would assume to deal with the TCs, but Red also could have seen the skirmishers. Red... I mean, Gray has nothing to deal with the knights, though. Those few knights, those 5 knights would just clear the skirmishers up. So I'm not sure what Gray's gonna do about those. Maybe just hope the skirmishers do enough damage. Gray's got a ton of gold floating. I honestly think it would have been better to switch into your own, like, switch into cavalry archers, right? Magirs are known for their cavalry archers. They get a bonus upgrade, like a unique tech for them in Imp. They've got great cavalry archers. And if you start investing in them now, you're going to have a huge mass by Imperial Age, and then you're going to be machine gunning everything down. Because the unique tech makes them fire at, like, the speed of light. It's like they just shred everything they come across. And in Castle Age they aren't too bad either. So, like, along with these skirmishers are good for the crossbowmen. I would make some cav archers. But this is probably a pretty intense moment for Gray here. Gray needs to get this castle up where that mangonel can just kill a lot of things. And Gray actually takes out the mangonel, and Red backs up. But that was a lot of skirmishers killed right there. And Gray's gonna go back to knights. Why? Oh, no, okay. He's gonna mix in the knights with the skirmishers. I don't entirely agree with it. But it's better. At least there's something to deal with the knights. But if Red if Red remembers more upgrades than you, which actually doesn't seem likely because Red doesn't have any armor on them, it could be bad. Now, if the Knight choice continues all the way to Imp, Italians, I think, only get Cavalier. They may not even get Cavalier. I haven't gone Cavalry with them in ages, so I wouldn't know. But Magyars get Paladin, so it would be... I know Italians definitely don't get Paladin. Oh, but Red's up. Red's up because of the cheaper cost. And that might finally be what takes Blue out of the game. Gray here, sorry. I don't know how I could have messed that color up tons of times now, and I don't even know. Is Red gonna try and take out this Knight with the Mangonel? He's luring it in. Alright. Gray is not ready for Red to be an Imperial Age, and Red's actually getting upgrades for the Knights. It may just be bloodlines. We may never see the blacksmith armor upgrades. Like, stop investing in the pikemen. You're obviously wanting to go Genuine's crossbowman here. So, like, you can keep the pikemen alive, but you shouldn't keep getting upgrades for them over your knights, which you seemingly are, yeah, making more of. I would prioritize the pikemen here last, since your crossbowmen here are a better counter. And Gray, I mean, Red just wanted that staple dead. Gray is, I did notice Gray clicked up. Gray's getting Thumb Ring. And making a bunch of siege workshops. I'm so confused. What siege do Magyars get that you're going for here, Gray? Corvinian army! You haven't made a single Magyar Hussar! Why are you getting the tech that makes them not cost gold? Gray. Gray. Gray, please. Gray is at least getting handcart, which, you know, is more than can be said for Red. And, I mean, Red doesn't even really have eco upgrades. Doesn't even have horse collar. Only has double bit axe. And Gray's getting armor. Gray is gonna make Magyar Hussar. Or Hussar. The Z's always confused me on how it's supposed to be pronounced. I'm not quite sure. And Gray obviously teched into these expecting the trebuchets. At least I hope he was thinking about that in that way. It may have just been a random choice. I'm so confused on what ELO this game is. Like, the fighting is really, really slow and just odd here. Like, there goes you just threw the Mangonel, you're throwing the skirmishers now to the knights that are going to be in front. There goes another Magyar Hussar. All the skirmishers are gone. It's even slowing down the game. It's... Wow. Okay. Quite an over-the-top groan. That Mangonel really isn't doing anything because it's shooting uphill and it goes down. All of Gray's units are dead and the castle's gone. This is... I mean, Gray, you seemed ready to resign earlier. And I really think you should be ready to resign now, because they're about to take down one of your TCs. Does it speed up over here? It does. Capture Age sometimes it can run full battles perfectly fine. And then other nights it can't even run Gray's 3 skirmishers firing. And Gray's gonna put another castle over in this corner. Practically in slow motion. Gray's getting chemistry. I would be fine with everything Gray was doing if the upgrades were coming in for Arbalest and not skirmishers. Or cav archers and not skirmishers. It, like, they do nothing against the knights. Although that being said, one did just die pretty quickly. Because red doesn't even have any armor on them. They actually die pretty quickly. Hold on. Because red's forgotten any armor, they're actually countering the knights. Hold on. Gray's slowly clearing up red's army. If red continues to forget the armor on these knights, this could lead to some very bad things happening for red. Oh, the Trebuchet snipes the Mangonel. And that is Gray's last TC going down. No more eco for Gray. He's gonna kill the Trebs. Red now has no gold, because despite having complete control over the middle, has only now just started going for it. And Gray's also gonna get the Mangonel. Look at that turnaround for Gray, just because Red's knights didn't have any armor. Skirmishers should never have done that much damage to knights. Like, this is bad. This could lead to Gray thinking skirmishers are a good counter to cavalry. Yeah. This is dangerous. Oh no, Red's getting the armor. Hold on, Red's noticed the problem. Gray, stop! You have 2 Magyar Hussar. You don't need them to be elite. Gray's... Okay. Gray does what he wants. And Red's going for a very ambitious castle, considering you just lost all of your army. The 1 armor upgrade is gonna do only very little. They still do too much damage to those knights. And I think that castle could be denied if Gleer... that castle could still be denied if Gray clears that up quickly enough. And yeah, the Gray's gonna Red! Please get more armor. I mean, Red can't even afford it. Red's completely run out of gold. Red's waited until there's no more gold left at home. So now, Red's struggling for gold. And that one small mistake could actually cost him the game. Now, these Condottiero actually have a lot more pierce armor because Red's gotten 2 upgrades for them. But Gray's gonna put a castle there. Now, for some reason, Gray has just wasted all of his gold on rams. Instead of trebuchets, which you can make, because you're in Imperial Age with castles, Gray. And now he's researching capped ram. I don't understand. Please, Gray, Tell me what you were thinking. What? Oh. Red! No! Red! 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 They're skirmishers! I've never... I don't think I've ever seen a more ridiculous game.
Salve. Presto.
Gray's gonna think you can go skirmishers against knights. Oh my god. I don't even know how to guess the ELO for that. It seemed so good at the beginning with the deer pushing, and then the unit choices just became so weird. Like, they didn't even really have bad economies. I mean, red was weird throughout the whole game. The start was sloppy, and then red decided that he didn't need gold until he was completely out of it at home, which is what lost him the game. Oh my goodness. Also, look at this one guy. I'd be surprised if anybody survived that. That looks... It's just horrible. Yeah, it started off really good looking, but the unit choices kept getting weirder. They both... Well, Gray actually did a pretty good job on upgrades. Gray had full upgrades for both the unit types he was making, so... Can't really say anything about that. Even ballistics and chemistry were in for Gray. Not to mention the eco upgrades. Didn't get the Imperial Age ones either, because those are usually not worth it on most 1v1 maps. So Gray did a pretty good job here, whereas Red only got double bit axe, and I don't even think got any of the mining upgrades. I don't know. It's definitely not over 1,000. If it is over 1,000, I don't know what to do. It would have to be like 900, right? I mean, maybe. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna... But the deer pushing... Who pushes deer? Like, I can't say anything under, like, 800 because who's pushing deer at, like, 700 ELO? And it would be one thing if only one person was, but they were both. I don't know. I'm like 925. Maybe that. No. Pushing deer, but then Gray decided to go full skirmisher.
Szolgálatára. Parancs.
Okay. 900. Just 900 flat. That's probably not going to be anywhere near correct. But let's see. All right. So my guess was 900. Oh my god, what is this? 11? How did you lose that? Go work. Okay. I mean, Ray was a little rude with that, but I'll be honest, I was kind of thinking the same thing there. Not usually something you just say though. It seems okay. Well, oh, I didn't see it, but whoever was watching might have. Let's see. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is the worst one I've had yet. That is. I'm so sorry to both of them. Jesus. Oh my god. I. Oh. Oh goodness. I really hope neither of them ever watch this. I really hope neither of them ever find this. Thanks for watching. Oh. Okay. Yeah.